Right, ebuso mo bibia kwa ban fambre to kini sem blossom o YouTube so say ebuso for ya ba as usual ensem ahodo a ekos mo Ghana say na de beso ma hwefo ene tiefo nya na ebuso no kese no info bi adrop ensem bia ba betodwa ne nyina so efa che say eyisika sensem ya kan che say endis for ensem no kese no o mani abrepen ye say baby biara che sika sem efa wa bra ne NPP 40 so no omo ba na che so ma ba betwe sika na esan so dia back na ye say no idea say $200 million scandal bi na asaba betodwa ne nyina so efa ye professor ade ho na abusua ne nyina nsem ni nchi mo ha sei sika yi omo de ye dai sika yi de ye dai sika yi omo de ye dai me hu sem se nyu me pro na na because e kame akoye say ana say kodi nipa ba akofo afa ana say kodi nipa dodo na afa na me pese me kasebete ntebeko yakwa akwaje nsem nyanche mu dia beba ba betina ase ne di ho enkomo midin e de kwam gentle.
Let me also remind that the requirement to declare assets also includes all those who have been appointed as CEOs and deputy CEOs in government departments and agencies. Some of those people think they are not included. The amended law included all of them. So those who were rushing for position, you are covered by the assets declaration rule. And so they should declare their assets as quickly as possible. I've asked the Chief of Staff to write to all such persons to declare their assets promptly with the Auditor General's office. The sacrifices I ask you to make are to secure a prosperous future for posterity. And you must never sacrifice a secure future for the pleasures of this fleeting moment. The task of resetting and building the Ghana we want is enormous. However, experience has shown that the enormity of the challenge of governance does not demand an elephant-sized government, but rather it demands effective leadership.
So, President Mahama SHOCKING say, asset declaration or manaba form, senebaya omom form crampona, public servants, majority and the homes of CEOs, deputy CEOs, agencies, government agencies, obian declaring assets. Now, John Mahama is doing something. He's resetting this country. He's trying to make the people believe in the system again. Because you see, under the NPP, under Ekufuado, and it's Hankwasiafo Boba and Nsiyano, we lost their confidence in the system. We all gave up. And then our Betty Senko focus say, NDC and NPP, politicians are the same. John Mahama is trying to rewrite history by making things right. He's resetting the country for we the citizenry. Sebio, yeah, the Yentuminko Jubilee House, Yentuminko Jina TV, so no, we will start to believe in the system. And if a government, if a president, if a political party shows these kinds of signs from the beginning of their governance, na say we are Ghanaian, na witnessing governance, na uhu sadi we are, you need to be ready to help that government stay for long. Because enya kurano, this government, if whatever they are doing, they are able to achieve 60 to 70% of it, Ghana will be a better place. Yes. Enya kurano, what John Mahama is doing now, if they are able to achieve 60 to 70% of all the things he's trying to do now, resetting the system, declaration of assets, making sure the system is clean, making sure corruption is being fought in the right way, we as Ghanaians, our problems will be solved and that we will be on the right path. Anytime catch a Ghana for say, where we are now, no, we are not supposed to derail, retrogress, go back and be like, oh, and the moment we do that, all that we are building now that we see the signs to say, they are positive signs, you know, it will be destroyed. Because you see, the NPP as a political party in opposition, you know, even still in opposition, they are lying. Still in opposition, they are lying. They have never respected you people. They still don't respect you people in opposition because the foolish masses are so let us be very cautious. I would never sit on this platform and say, when the NDC goes wrong, I wouldn't speak on it. I will. When John Mahama takes decisions that I don't like, I will speak on it. Especially like somebody like the CID boss. She needs to be sacked. Why is she there? There are some people who are supposed to be sacked. Why is the CID boss still a post? She needs to be sacked. Until there are so many things that people like us, we are waiting to see the government will take decisions. Friday, we will see the fate of IGP Dampare. So we all need to understand. Say, if you are building a nation, you don't rush. You take your time and you make the right decisions at the right time. You take your time, make the right decisions at the right time. Because so when every day you get liars coming and do misleading the people. Because for the past 8 years, we have been misled by these piglets from MPP for 8 good years. These people did not build one hospital. One hospital. They could not build one university. They could not basically add anything to our nation. Today, but in this short period, you see what John Mahama and the NPP, NDC are doing? They are changing, they are calibrating, they are changing the system. They are fixing things. We need to allow them to keep fixing. They are going to make mistakes, but we need to support them. Because until we do that, say, losing focus, we are done. Now, see, this is one appointment I am very proud of. And I want to say on record, when I saw this appointment, Brigadier General Maxwell Obuba Mante appointed the Director General of the Narcotic Control Commission. The Narcotic Control Commission was one commission I was always on when the NDC were in opposition. I had always said, until you get the right people to lead the Narcotic Commission, we are always going to have the influx of criminals and drugs into the system. At a point, Ghana as a nation, we were basically the transit point for narcotics. When they moved Obi to say, Mr. Ade, Echo Narcotic Control, he went to GRE. This old man went there for money. At a point, I did a scandal whereby $200,000, 200 kilos of raw cocaine was seized. I was on narcotic control. So where are those things? Nobody spoke. And I was campaigning and saying, we need people who understand these kind of things to manage it. We need people with experience. We need people who can understand the dynamics. Because you need somebody who can think of how a Navy officer thinks. He can also think how an immigration officer thinks. He can also think how a police officer thinks. That person can look at all these things and be like, okay, this is what we need to do. You need people who have experience. Now, when I heard the appointment of this man, I took my time, said, me could read about him. And you see, we have a lot of good people, experienced people, dedicated people who have served this nation, and we kept them on the sidelines because politics, essay Crowy. Now, this man, under question narcotic control, you will see the changes. You will see how disciplined and how structured the Narcotic Control Board Commission will be. I took my time, I studied, I read about this man. I was surprised. I realized that John Mahama just doesn't make appointment. He takes his time to get the right people at the right places. And I would like to applaud the president for this decision. Because you see, these are people with ranks in the army that no foolish person can just look at their face and speak anyhow. Because you look at his background, you look at what he knows, you look at his experience. So you as a small officer or whoever you are, you cannot just look at this man and say, I'm just throwing my weight around. You can't. Because he's coming with a lot and vast experience, and he's here to protect his integrity. Such people have been in the army for years. They want to, at the end of the day, retire in dignity. They want to go home with something. They are not going to use this to swell all the hard work they have been able to do in the army. This is a general. This is not a political stooge. This is not some criminal, a politician thinks to say, Okoshawa, Obekata. So this is a general who has been working. This is a general who has been sacrificing patriotism while ye BBR to get here, and he will make sure he protects this nation. And this is what I want politicians to understand. Put the right people at the right place. This is one of the best appointments I've heard from John Mahama. And I took my time, go and read the background of this man. You will understand that now Ghana is resetting. We are getting right people to manage the country. Because you need people with intelligence and experience. And this, I will applaud the president. And my message to this man is that the patriotism or the serve Ghana military, it might go through the ranks to get to this point. I believe and I know, and from what I have read, he is basically going to make sure he walks out as a hero. And whether it is going to be for 4 years, it's going to be for 8 years, for 15 years, he needs to leave a mark. And I believe, and because of the experience these people have and the commitment, Master, for somebody to serve in the army to become a general, a patriotism, Because at a point, also go jai. But when people sacrifice their half of their life, almost 60% of their lifetime on earth, to serve in the military, then they really love their nation. And these are the kind of people we need. So I applaud the president for this decision. The Narcotic Commission is a very sensitive place that we need people who understand, who have some kind of credibility. And this man has passed all the tests. And I believe that he's going to make some changes. He's going to bring some change to the Narcotic Commission. And Ghana as a nation, the resetting for 42 years, we know, sir, from the things we are seeing, any of these kind of things, we are all in the right hands. Thank you. Now, look at this. Today, after the budget was read, maybe some show at the MPP for Ghana for MPP for Ghana for some young Kwasia for. Let me show you why. What's this? Which one is this? Mr. S, forget this one. Pele Pele, the one about the move. Forget Pele Pele, Mr. S. Oh, no, it wasn't coming from you, Mr. S. Yes, so thank you very much, team. My team wanted me to show you this. As I was talking about the general, when I was talking about this general, my team just sent me something to show to you. And the Kufuado and the MPP. The reason why I'm saying people like these, they are asset to the nation. When the MPP, they were in power, these are some of the things. Not you. Ghana identified as transit country for drug trafficking, British High Commission. Until you see, and this was in 2022. Because the people who were at the Narcotic Control Commission, they were criminals. They were just opening the doors for drug addicts, drug peddlers, drug cartels to just bring drugs into this country. We became a transit point, and the British High Commission, I'm going to release that statement, Anytime I say the appointment by John Mahama, by putting this man there, Mr. Mante, General Manteno, John Mahama has made the best decision. He has made the best decision for this country. And then I made my, but I wanted you to know, say, the facts are there. I didn't just say it, but there were facts that was supporting what I was saying. Because this platform, we don't want anyone to think, say, I can't say, yeah, ninja. So all the things I was saying, there was a reason. Anytime I'm person the reason, right now, from 2022, British High Commission Krakacha said Ghana is a transit point for the drugs, narcotics. We need men like these. And they, I believe, from what I have read and what I am reading now, his background and his integrity and credibility in the army as a general, we are in safe hands. And we know our borders will be safe. Our system will be safe. Young men today, drugs, Ghana. And we need people like these who have strong hands to take firm decisions to stop that drug addiction. There are a lot of drugs that are coming into this country that needs to be stopped. And I believe that men like these can do this job. Now, my mention, the reason why it's here MPP for Ghana for. Ghana for say Yankwasia for. Now, the former finance minister, deputy finance minister, Mamiwe Mokaino. This is the woman Okoye merry-go-round as a train bima nebus nikrom as a deputy finance minister. Oh, Mr. S, get me that video. Also, Okoye loco bi ana okote sa nikrom ahemfo betire mu ana omote merry-go-round bi mu no Mamiwe. Sa girl we. Onna na deputy Kenoforiata Mamiwe we wie sika. We ntumi ndi ama ne komu anhyehyɛ. We wie Ghana sika nyina sela hu na isa kokoba tan. Okasa I say ye di moka wo de tiko. We wie Ghana sika nyina ni komu nkasa isa kokoba tan. Or sign kwase contract or wie sika or see we expected them to show some level of clear funding for Agenda 111. Ye wie budget na ye kan wie no or see on tiasie adenti na NDC for amfa sika entwa sika o budget ma ye kwa kosi Agenda 111 mumie ntie eye akokoba tan.